I'm back. Today's lesson is on locating adverbs because just like all the other ones, you need to be able to see it in a sentence and know the purpose for it. And I'm sure at this point in the game, you're asking, why are we learning this? Why are we diagramming? What? And you're right. Diagramming is not something you're going to do once you're grown. But that's because you don't have to. Once you've learned how those parts of speech work together, you can use them to your advantage to write good papers, to write excellent letters, to recommend your services for whatever job you want to get. Even something as simple as you want to go cut somebody's lawn, you put some kind of flyer out at Home Depot or Tractor Supply. If you've got all kinds of misspellings and your grammar is poor and you look like you ain't real smart, they're going to try to pay you less. They're going to think, this one doesn't know enough to get a good paying job, so therefore I don't have to pay them as much. Always present yourself in the best manner possible. And learning these parts of speech are that's a tool to get you to where I want you to be as productive adults. Okay, locating adverbs. To find an adverb easily, first find the verb. Say the verb and ask these questions. Where, when, how often, or to what extent. A word which answers one of these questions is an adverb. I went inside. What's your verb? What got done? Went. Where did you go? Inside. So inside is an adverb. Aunt Ellen came yesterday. What's your verb? Came. When did she come? Yesterday. Yesterday is your adverb. Joshua did his work sloppily. What's the verb? Did. Did, and you've got your his work. But remember, we're looking at those ly words. How did he do his work? He did it sloppily. And remember, what is not a question that you can ask for an adverb. That's why his work isn't in the adverb stuff. That's something else that you don't have to worry about right now. Samuel is always prompt. Now remember, is that state of being verb. So, we know it's a verb. Remember, you're not going to ask yourself what, because you can ask yourself what is what? Prompt. But that's an adjective describing Samuel. You need to ask another question. So you're looking at is, and then you've got in prompt. How often is he prompt? Now, that doesn't really work with your is. You don't say how often is he is. But since you know that this is describing prompt, not is, you say, how often is he prompt? Always. This is almost finished. Here's another one. But in this case, is finished is our verb. And you're asking to what extent or how much is it finished? Almost. All right. On your work, I would say, first things first, check for ly words. Remember, most of the time, those are going to be your adverbs. And then, oh, sorry, I'm looking at it wrong. They've already given you the adverbs. In this case, you're going to ask yourself, what question would you ask to get this answer? And then at the bottom, you've got a place to write adverbs that tell when, how, and where. It says write 3 and then 5 and then 3. Just write 3 on each of them. Don't worry about doing that second one with 5. That's your lesson for today. Bye, guys. I miss you terribly.